Hey.
It's okay. We already got the 5 seconds. So
Hello,
you start
everybody.
whenever.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. Spencer likes to kick these episodes off now.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go ahead, fucking do it then.
Yeah.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. I'm here with,
Did you
say your fucking name, bud.
I thought you were doing long.
I name
is Anthony.
My name is Andrew,
My name is Spencer.
and welcome back,
Yeah.
Spencer.
All right, cool. I'll do a fabulous start.
You know what that reminds me of? Rachael slamming her face into the ground.
Yeah, that was giving Spencer the ability to pull his own ripcord.
Yeah, honestly.
And just
I didn't plan for that. I think
giving
I did,
himself a facial fracture.
I think I did a pretty good job without planning for it. I don't listen to what he says every week.
That's it. You are just in the same room.
Oh yeah, for what, 8 weeks now? 7 weeks
Close
now?
to, yeah. Actually, this is 8. This is 8 weeks.
Congratulations, everyone. We're
Goddamn.
that close to the end.
We're so fucking close, dude. But yeah, no. Welcome back, everybody. Last week was probably our least inspired episode of the podcast, really ever, and it felt bad to listen to, and it felt awful to, quite frankly, put out.
Yeah.
Not really anything I was really that proud of. Let's be honest. Nothing really funny to pull clips from. We didn't do tiers, so we had no graphic to put out. I put out a tweet saying that this episode was out, but that's it. We didn't publicize the YouTube video, so if you want to go watch the YouTube video, it's at ANNC Studio, or if you don't, I don't blame you. And yeah, nothing on Instagram for the past week, so
Nope.
this is the week where we try and salvage ourselves a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a smidge. Let's try and work ourselves back straight because we have a few new, I think, exciting shows up down the pike.
I believe so.
Down the pike that we're
Something
looking
interesting
on.
down the pike.
Hmm?
The Mass Pike.
Yes.
What a local joke.
I didn't know that it was the pipe. I always thought it was down the pipe.
Oh, I thought.
I thought that was the expression forever.
Okay.
It
Well,
isn't. It's down the pike.
Yeah.
That is also an expression.
Down the pipe is not the
No,
expression.
it's down the pike,
Down the
bud.
pike. I always thought it was down the
Really?
pike.
I thought those were two different things. Okay.
Yep. No. I
Talking
don't
about-
know.
The Berkshires.
Is it? I didn't know the reference. Historical reference
mean,
behind it. I think that's actually probably pretty boring, and I don't want to talk about it.
The Berkshires are down the pike.
Oh yes, they are. But yeah. So we have a couple of interesting shows that are going to be coming up. So I think we need to let's shake off those cobwebs that we've hit a serious snag, and we're definitely lagging. Like I'm not the only one that feels it.
No, you are not. I also think that for the shows coming up, do you want to say them or?
Absolutely.
All right.
I mean, so we have Big Brother Canada starts in a few weeks. Oh my God, it starts like.
That actually starts in between because we're taking off the recap episode of The Bachelor next week.
Next Friday.
So next Friday, and then Big Brother Canada happens in between
March
those.
3rd.
Yeah, so
3 days before my birthday.
yeah, happy birthday! But it happens in between the recap episode and the next episode of The Bachelorette, so we'll be putting that out.
That's
So there's gonna be some slight overlap, but we're only doing one episode a week, despite Big Brother Canada coming out like 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah, just for our own sanity.
And it's Canada.
It's Canada, and like that's gonna be fun for us just to talk about something with real strategy again.
Yeah.
The Bachelor doesn't have. There's no strategy,
Mm-mm.
and also like
It's just faces hitting grounds.
faces hitting faces, hitting grounds.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired of this. You know.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking exhausted.
I kind of really just want to do like half of Bachelorette next time, but we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
You know.
We'll figure it out. I mean, hopefully we'll have more stuff to balance, and like now it just feels weird because usually we would have seen like a Big Brother winter season.
Yep.
So like they did Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother last winter, and then like or Survivor would have happened at some point during this because they usually have 2 Survivor seasons and they had to push the Survivor season back. So like I haven't seen Survivor in oh my God a year.
Yeah, because last one was All Stars, right? Was
Survivor All Stars. I forget what it ended. I think it ended in like early quarantine.
Yeah, it did because I started watching because you recommended it to me, and I was like, oh, this is gonna actually be pretty cool.
No, I love Survivor. So Survivor will come back soon, but on the horizon, the real definite horizon is we have Big Brother Canada coming up, and I heard there's another Too Hot to Handle coming out, and like there's more other shows. So we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get this under control again because while this is all fun and good and nice,
Your boys are bored with this shit.
I'm bored. I'm real bored. Bored
Yeah.
doesn't even, like. I was
I'm
going back and
bored.
what'd you say?
I'm pee bored.
Yeah, we're all pretty bored. But I was going back and I was trying to watch because I couldn't even get through watching the YouTube video that we put out. We put it out on Saturday.
I put it on Friday morning,
And
but
then
I didn't
release it.
I
until
forgot. Yeah,
I didn't release it until like Saturday. So like
Yeah, I saw that.
it went out like super late, and I was trying to watch it, and I was like, "This is why."
We
Yeah.
didn't have anything to talk about last week.
I was I was visibly fatigued in the video.
yeah.
Like I counted my yawns, and every time I yawned on screen, I was making myself yawn.
It's one of those.
Because
Yeah.
I'm the worst when I
You're
watch
too
that
into
shit
yourself,
too.
bud.
What do you say?
You're too into yourself, bud.
How is that?
I'm dead. No, but he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. But I'm saying I don't know how the double yawning fits into that
no,
one.
because I
He's in
sat
tune
there.
with his.
Oh, he watched himself.
All I do is when I watch the video, I watch myself. You guys could be fucking butt naked on this couch, and I probably wouldn't even notice. When I
Oh,
watch
that's a
back.
No one
preview
ever-
of our
no one ever
Survivor
noticed.
cast.
No one ever notices my finely tuned outfits.
You notice, I hope.
Oh, I do notice.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know why?
All I do is
Okay.
I look at myself and critique myself
I
nonstop.
wore my monks today for the audience.
I'm much more comfortable like seeing myself now. Now that like this is on,
Yeah.
like this has been kind of revolutionary for my own like self-esteem and stuff. I hated and to some degree still hate like pictures of myself, videos of myself. Like I hate all that. Like I'm not on Instagram. That's the main reason why is I just hate pictures of myself. But now like I see these go up and I'm like, all right, I'm not like
Not that bad.
I'm not as ugly as I fucking thought I was.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Until
the
like I see
confidence.
like pictures or whatever, until I start to really analyze myself, and then I'm like, yeah, you still got work to do.
I
There's
just
plastic surgery to be purchased.
I just really hate pictures of myself or like
Oof,
I
loathe
just don't do it. And also it's not even something like I had so many pictures taken of me growing up as like a kid. And then whenever I just grew up, went to college, like, I just never thought twice about not taking photos. Like, I don't mind how I look in photos. It's just I never go out of my way to take them. But with this, it's every week.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of with you where
I'm getting like a lot more used to like. Also, I used to hate the sound of my own voice, and now I don't as much anymore.
yeah.
Like
you
I'm
get
used to it. Like it doesn't sound weird. And now I know what I sound like. Like when I'm in a video or whatever, and I overhear myself in it, or if I'm in someone else's video and I hear my voice in it, it doesn't. You know when other people hear it and they're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, that's not me anymore.
I feel like it's going to be with you. We're going to be on a road trip one night. It'll be like the Key and Peele skit where he's, I am the lizard. I try to stick a match up my like my penis or such. I feel like because you started doing the auto recording for journals, you said, right?
Yeah, I was
I've-
doing that for a while.
There's
I've
gonna be-
fallen off. Yeah.
I just said there's
It's-
going to be one time you're like,
yep.
I am the lizard.
Yep.
I am.
I'm going to accidentally turn on my audio journals.
Oh, what is this?
It's like, day 37, I'm still conspiring to kill Andrew. He sits next to me in the car sometimes, but I still can't really figure out and pinpoint when's the right time
You're
to do it.
conspiring, but you haven't brought me in. What the fuck, bud?
No, because Journal 38 is me conspiring to kill Spencer.
Yeah.
Trying to get this back under my own control.
You could never kill me.
But no, like yeah, I was audio journaling for a bit there. I'm not
How
really.
did
anymore.
that? Did you ever listen back to it
Not so
for
much.
evidence?
Not so much. So the reason and what I used to do with keeping a journal is mental health wise, I go through a lot of mood swings, ups and downs, and for me, they always feel isolated in that I have a really hard time, or sometimes I have a really hard time putting them into context. In that, like every low feels like the lowest low I've ever felt, and it's simply not true. Like there's always been something lower. And the same deal with the highs, where I'm like, this is the happiest I've ever felt, and it's like, it's good that I feel happy right now, but that's not like it ebbs and flows, and I need to be able to like put that into context. So like when I track the things like that, I can actually like see how I was feeling on certain days, and sometimes when I'm feeling like really down, I would use it to track myself back and be like, okay, I felt like this before, and then I can even see like how many days it took for me to like, when was the happy one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mood swings were fucking all over the place during the past few months. They've been really, really bad. Like very, very not good. But recently they've been pretty good. So I haven't felt the need to go back and do it. But the audio journal was good because writing is kind of exhausting. And also the thing with writing is that like, so I used to write like, it sounds douchey because it is, and it's really douchey, and these will never get read.
Fit you to a T. Yeah.
I used to write like poetry and stuff like that, like a lot.
That's just extra douchey.
It is. And I'm a pretty decent writer, but there's some element of when I was like keeping a journal and like forcing myself to keep a journal more often. I was writing it like prose,
Okay.
and I was writing it like as if it was supposed to be read.
Prose.
Yeah, I was writing it.
Prose is not written to be read.
Well, no, I mean it literally is, but I was writing it like it needed to, like someone was gonna find it and publish it.
Yeah. Like Anne Frank.
Like after I pass away in a tragic
Skiing
carnival cruise accident.
Yeah.
someone's gonna find my journal and then publish it and be like, oh my god, he was the greatest writer of the 21st. And it's like, no, it's fucking not. It's so pretentious and douchey. So I fucking scrapped it, or not scrapped it. They're all still there and they make me like cringe to my core and I don't read them anymore. But I started writing my journal like just thoughts, like just anything that came to mind. It was basically the same way that I talk. So I don't really use a lot of my brain when I speak.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not. But no, I just use like the whatever. Just speaking. Any thought that comes to my mind comes basically out of my mouth. So that's how I was journaling for a while, and that was really helpful. But then I realized like I can do this a lot faster by talking into a microphone.
Oh yeah, I could talk a lot faster than I type.
Exactly.
Type or write. I mean,
and like I type pretty fast, but like my thoughts can come out a lot more fluid here, and also I can say things with like inflection and with a certain just a certain whatever tone to them.
Panache.
With a certain panache. Yeah, with some panache. Whereas I can say things how I want to say them in the right tone that I can say them, and then they actually have they maintain that context. But yeah, so I don't really do the journal thing anymore. But that's also because I'm up on my life is all right now.
yeah, life is going good.
A-okay.
Life is all right.
Bay.
Life is all right.
Yeah.
It'll get better when fucking everything opens.
Soon. We've already gone through almost a year of this. It'll be a year and 2 weeks.
It's 50 weeks. 50 weeks was Friday.
Don't contextualize it. That makes it worse.
50 weeks.
It makes me feel like, though, when I put it in that time, like, I've made it this far, I can get a little bit farther, you know?
That's fair.
Because
How long can I go ahead and do that?
every week. It's been happening for the
Do
last
you remember when we used to
40
count
weeks.
this in days? Do
Yeah.
you remember when we used to count it in weeks? Actually, I'll go this far. Do you remember we used to count it in months? I started counting it in business quarters because
Oh,
I've
that's
been
right.
loathing the meeting that I have every quarter with my with the head of my department.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time it's always like, oh, how's life going? How do you like your job? And my answer is always like, thanks for paying the bills.
Yeah.
But so like I now count quarantine in business quarters because I've got another meeting coming up soon, and boy oh boy, I got another one because it'll be I had my first one like a week after everything shut down. I think
Yeah.
my first meeting, like my first quarterly meeting after everything shut down with this manager was like March 25th. So like that one's
God.
coming up in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
And that's miserable for me.
Fourth quarter.
Miserable for me.
Yeah. That does not sound very fun. I'm just
brutal.
looking forward to the time where I can like be in the same vicinity as people without masks or handshakes or I've also kind of started. I like working from home, but I think I'm gonna like having the option of working from home or the office. You know what I mean? Whereas at least when I go in the office, I feel like a change of atmosphere. Like there's people I can talk to and stuff. I'm getting sick of just being at home.
I mean, it is
constantly.
awesome that I can wake up at 8:57 and roll out of bed, like wrap myself in a blanket and walk to my computer, turn it on, and like start work. And,
Yeah.
Like because before, I mean, I live. I'm a 25-minute walk from my office, but I used to have to put on like slacks and a dress shirt every day.
Yeah.
And now it's I haven't put on a dress shirt during all of quarantine. Not one time.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that either.
Actually, no, I put one on for
I have, but
I put them on for interviews, video interviews, but that's it. And like
Yeah.
I'm not wearing pants.
No, absolutely not. It's like boxer briefs and,
I guess
and a
does
shirt.
it really count if I'm wearing a dress shirt if I'm not wearing pants?
it counts in
Oh.
a way, but not in the way
It's
you
like
want.
a half dress shirt. Yeah.
Whatever they want to believe you're wearing underneath, you know.
I mean, they should probably understand that if I put on all the effort to put on a dress shirt and a tie, that there's nothing going on below the waist.
Yeah. It's like you only get 2 articles of clothing. So
So like pick one. I can
Yeah.
show up shirtless in slacks or bottomless like Winnie the Pooh.
yeah.
Yeah. Bachelor. What do we got this week?
It was Hometowns week. Yay!
That's more enthusiasm than Matt has shown all season.
Dude, Matt, this episode was just I honestly felt like he took something beforehand to like calm all of his nerves. Like it just he had no reaction to anything. It was ridiculous. He's just out of his mind. Like yeah, like he gave the same answer. I love in Hometowns week
Well,
where
I'm
every
falling
parent,
for you.
yeah, every
I'm
parent
falling.
asks like, "So are you in love with my daughter?" He goes, "I'm falling in love with her." It's like that's a great cop out answer, but I can only listen to it 4 times. It's like. It's just it's incredible to me. He had the same conversation with 4 different parents.
Oh yeah,
and just shows that they're all parents are monotone and looking out for their their daughter or son because they had the same thing in Bachelor as well. It's a different Bachelor. It was a different vibe. I got there more like yeah. My son loves you and all that stuff, but in the Bachelor, like they were all protective of their daughter and stuff. And I was like. Okay, I'm kind of over this right now, though.
Well, I think he's playing everything pretty politically. I guess
he is.
I mean, and for like good reason, right? I mean, why go ahead and say that you love anybody if you don't right now, or if you do, but you need to go ahead and be able to play it like however you got to do it. Yeah, all of his answers have come off as pretty political, not in a bad way, just like not in an interesting way, and. Having all the girls like when who was the first one who had the one-on-one?
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle.
At the
Michelle
t-shirt.
was like, I think I'm falling in love with you, and he just went in for the kiss instead, and it was like, oh, that's not a response. That's not words.
No, it's definitely not an I love you.
I love
too.
you.
It's not words.
I know.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was very, very along those lines. So,
But that's like in real life. Like I've had that more than a couple times, or like a few times. I
What
guess
did
with
you
some
do?
girlfriends. What are you talking about? No. I'm saying where someone goes like I love you, but I don't feel that way back.
absolutely.
Or it's like I'll say I love you, and they're like I don't feel that way now. And then like that was my first girlfriend was she said that to me first, and then I was like, all right, give me some time. Then like a few days later, I said like yeah I love you too. It's just I never really think about it until like it comes up, you know, because I just kind of feel. Love, I don't really feel like the need to express it like with words. Like it just happens with actions.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, I love you. And I'm like, hold up. Now that's in like actual definitive terms.
Yeah, I've only ever said it once.
Yeah, I think I've said it twice or 3 times, but it's been told to me in every relationship I've been in. So, which has been kind of odd when I have to break up with someone. Yeah, I don't like that as much. Like, I love you. I go, I think we should spend some time apart. Like maybe the rest of our life.
Because like I'm a big pillow talk guy, so I talk a big pillow game.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know.
Then breakfast rolls around.
I have to kind of slowly walk things back after the glow wears off.
Jesus.
And
Are you the type of person you're like I can see our kids in the future?
No. But more
You're
so
a dreamer pillow talker.
More so that I give people the impression of a certain thing, like maybe I'm like more into them than I am, and then I have to go ahead and
Walk that shit back.
walk it back slowly, and mostly just like be like, aha, that's a different mind state, right?
Yeah, that's
We're on the same page, right?
I mean, you still are responsible for your actions.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't do it.
no, but he does.
I know people that do a lot fucking worse.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
like
for
in
de-
terms of like leading people on.
for definite,
I know
though.
some people that do a lot worse. So I do all right.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing fine based
I
on what
do
I've
okay.
seen.
Yeah, I do
So-
okay.
Are we thinking?
No,
Never mind.
Are we thinking what?
we're not. No, he was gonna. I thought you were gonna say a name.
No,
Let's,
I'm not
let's
gonna
get
say a
us
name.
not do
I'm
that.
more of a professional than that. I'm
If
more of a
you-
professional
I
than
swear
you.
to God, Spencer, if you say a name, I'm gonna have an issue. I don't want to edit this that much.
No, I'm not gonna say a name.
Well, what were you gonna
Anyway.
say then?
I was just gonna say, are we thinking about the same person?
See, but I don't know that.
I mean, how am I supposed to know what person you're talking?
How about this? No. We'll just.
That's it. So let's both turn our mics off for 1 second. Turn your mic off.
I mean. Anyway.
And we're
Nothing.
back.
Nothing has been solved.
And we're back, and I really have to go ahead and make sure that isn't on audio.
Yeah. Why don't you look at the timestamp and get it released?
20 minutes. Yep. I really got to make sure that was.
I didn't see the bars moving, so I think we're good. We'll
I just like I don't know if like that picks up any audio.
that feeds through here, so it shouldn't.
All right.
Don't worry. We'll double check pretty much
Holy
everything.
moly! I got to make sure I edit that one out.
Do you see why I just wanted to skip over that whole thing? and
It was
go to-
best. We probably should have because that didn't. Provide
Yeah, it didn't help.
anything. That didn't provide anything for anybody. I'm probably just gonna
cut that out.
Do I cut that whole
Yes.
section out? Can you
Yeah,
cut
just-
that whole section out of the video?
Yeah, I'll just I'll crossfade it.
Perfect.
Because
Just
that.
shot from then to
I'm just gonna chop the
Here.
whole thing out.
Yeah, no,
Well,
we,
not to there. Like we can still talk about this. Like this is still clearly
Content.
something happened
yes.
because we all shut our mics off. like I don't know how I transitioned from that to this in any way and just be like, oh hey, we're back. Nothing happened. But yeah, so Michelle had a good date with Matt. That's his name, and my brain's in a pretzel now.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with both of you people?
I
What
don't
the
know. I
hell?
don't even remember
All
what
right,
we were
so the-
talking about.
we were talking about leading on, but anyways, moving on. Michelle went on a date with Matt. It went pretty well.
Showing that kids like asking inappropriate questions.
Oh yeah,
as
that's right.
always.
That's
It was
right.
fucking adorable.
That was
Those
pretty
kids
good.
were fucking
That was
adorable.
pretty good.
It was. I loved when they were like, "So you want babies? Do you want to get married?" And I'm like, one came before the other, and I'm like, this is what I love about kids. They just ask whatever comes to their
What do
mind.
you mean one came before the other? Are you implying that people need to be married to have kids?
No, I was born out of before my parents were married.
You were born
out
no,
of
no,
wedlock?
sorry, no. I was my.
You were
in my,
conceived.
Ew.
No, in my parents' wedding, I am in the photo, but my mom is 7 months pregnant with me.
7 pregnant.
she has 7 pregnants with me.
Yeah, that's why I always love saying when they see my like parents' wedding photo, like, "Oh, that's a cute photo." I'm like, "I'm in that." And they're like, "Where?" And I'm like, "Right there," and I point to her ovaries, whatever. Wait, what's the name of it? Uterus? There we go. That's what I'm trying to find.
There you go, bud.
Anyway, I love that segment. I think out of the 4 dates, that was probably like top 2. Like there were 2 of them.
I mean, the other one was only interesting because she fucking face planted at 30
Which was
miles
the
an
next-
hour.
Sky.
yeah.
That was hilarious. I mean,
That was the highlight of the show.
hilarious because it's a problematic person. Yeah.
Is she like that? Is she that problematic?
Yeah, people fucking hate her, dude.
Oh, that's right, because of the whole thing outside the
So
show.
like
yeah.
she Matt and Rachel go skydiving. Rachel gets
plummeted to her death.
so they both skydive separately, but with like someone on their back, like a professional person on their back, which is the way that I think I would want to go skydiving.
You-
I don't.
You can't skydive by yourself.
No, what I'm saying is like I don't care how many times I do it. I don't trust
Oh.
myself to pull a ripcord. Like if I die, I want it to be somebody else's fault.
I can also tell you, the ones they give you now automatically. I know you're saying that like the joke thing. Automatically, they'll pull at 500 feet or some set feet. So that way you don't die if you pass out. You
Yep.
at least are just breaking your face, not dying.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. But anyway, you're saying.
That's good. But yeah, they came in. There was a little bit of like a crosswind or something like that. They kind of did a little dipsy doodle, and then she ground her face on the dirt.
Yeah.
And
The other guy landed fine. I don't know what
Well,
this
she landed on
instructor's
top of
doing.
her.
Yeah.
You know, if I was the instructor, I like that people are going underneath me because they cushion my fall. You know.
Absolutely, I feel like as the guest, that I should ride their back down,
Exactly.
and then they pull the ripcord. I don't
They're
fucking
paying
care.
for the full experience,
Right.
and some of the experience is hitting the ground pretty hard.
Yeah.
Also, they were within like 5 feet of the paved road to the right of them.
Oh no, they almost got a permanent road burn.
Yeah, I'd say
Face road rat.
Yeah, that would have been pretty bad. So that was honestly probably the highlight of the episode. I couldn't stop laughing at that moment. Just the fact also they went over there and like it almost felt like they didn't have any medical team that happened right then.
No, Matt was the first person to go over and comfort her.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And be like, I don't know, you should probably like elevate. That's
Put
one
some
of these,
ice
that's
on
one
it.
of the things you do, right, with first aid. Like, do we elevate your face and neck area? Or,
But that was the weirdest thing. Is like she just crashed. The instructor like gets out of the shot. Then
it's like,
Matt
I don't know,
comes
can
up.
can you wiggle your toes for me? All right, sick. I
That's
think
what
you're
it felt
probably
like.
fine.
It felt like the EMTs were there, like, yeah, tell him to do this. Tell him to ask
Of
for the
course,
feet.
with that kind of impact, the first thing you want to do is not move in case your neck's broken.
Is your neck or your back?
'Cause
Are you not supposed to move?
You're not
Yeah,
supposed to.
if
If
you-
any high impact,
spine
don't
injury,
move.
spine injury, you don't want to move because you could damage your spinal cord. And
Yeah,
any damage could be permanent.
You only
Oh, you
move.
can damage it more.
Yes,
Alright.
you only move someone if they're in immediate danger from something else, like falling on there. Like other than
Or like
that, don't touch
fire.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
or fire.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that at all. But yeah, I'm not a first aid person.
I can tell.
I'm more of a danger guy.
Yeah, you're more of causing people
Yes,
to get
you're
hurt.
you're more of being rescued from a dangerous situation.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, that happened. The Michelle. I was thinking about Michelle and Matt, right? Both of them played college sports. I think both of them played. I don't know if Matt played college basketball, but he played
Skateball.
basketball in high school.
Did he play football?
He played college football.
Okay.
That child is gonna be so fucking athletic.
Yeah.
That kid's gonna be like 6'9", just jumping out of the gym.
He's gonna be DK Metcalf.
Super baby.
Power forward.
Metcalf.
Super baby.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an absolute beast, and I mean, I think we allow that to happen. I think that's what we cheer for, right?
I think yeah.
Is Matt James Jr. or Michelle James
MJ too.
How
How's naming a child work?
How does naming a female child, if you want her to have the mom's name, work?
It's the same
Is it
senior and junior.
No, there aren't.
Yeah.
Have you ever met I've never met a girl junior.
Yeah. I have. There's one in my hometown.
I haven't, but I don't think it's much of a thing.
It's
I
not.
thought it was
of a
et.
thing.
I thought it was something et. I thought when you just add et to it, then that's like the same thing as making it a junior.
I don't know.
But now I can't think of any names that end in et.
I almost just said something.
Antoinette.
I almost just said something I shouldn't have said.
Oh wait, are you talking first or last name?
I'm talking about like first
Marriott.
names. Marionette?
Marriott. Mariette. Marriott.
Mariette.
Marriott?
Yeah, it's a name.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And also, I know Mary Antoinette,
That when you said Antoinette, I was like, that's
a last name.
I don't know any girls
So now-
named Antoine.
So now I have two. I have first and last. Marriott Antoinette.
no, but like
I think it's Antoine.
yeah, no, but you know, like the
I'm not sure.
I always thought it was I thought there was another way to indicate that a girl had like her mom's
I
name.
don't know. Naming people as junior is stupid though, so don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's wicked stupid. Be more creative. Think outside the box. Name your child something cool, like Rocky.
Yeah, junior isn't technically gender specific.
Kevin.
So, yeah.
Don't name your
Also,
kid Kevin.
the only reason I would call someone junior, like I would never. That it's kind of it's very egotistical to do that, or like narcissistic.
I do it to make fun of people.
I would do it if I knew my kid was gonna have a kid at like 16 or 18. You know what I mean? Because then I have a third, and then I have like a fourth. Like I'm a king.
I would do it if I knew my child was going to severely fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's why I might have multiple kids, so I can see like how their lives pan out.
Absolutely. Turn them into your own little science experiments where like, I'm not going to show this one affection on Tuesdays. And let's see how much
Yeah.
disdain they develop for this one single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just completely fuck with them.
You know what's amazing me? Parents do that, and it's great. I
But
just
I'm not sure how much of it is on purpose, but they do it.
There's a couple like
Your deliberate and intentional neglect of your children is going to be either an incredible case study, like what was the case study with the monkeys?
that's not generic at all.
The monkeys.
No, it was the one where like they would show the monkeys attention sometimes, or like
I think you're thinking
it was
of Little Albert,
nature versus nurture.
which was a kid.
Yeah, it was
Little
like
Albert.
it was like
You think
like
of Little Albert, which was a baby, not a monkey.
no. Well, there was that one. I remember that one, but there was the monkey one where like there was a soft like maternal figure that was placed in a cage with a monkey that would give it milk.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And then there
that.
was another one where it was like a hard, scary, mechanical, like loud monkey thing
Okay.
that like just gave
screeched
it.
and stuff.
Actually, no, it didn't. The soft one didn't give it milk. The really like mechanical one like did, and like even though the mechanical one provided it like sustenance, it would still always
Fear
run.
is
It would
very
fear
strong.
and run to the one that provided it nothing as
Oh.
long as it comforted it. So-
Comforting. You know, that reminds me of a documentary that I'm not sure if either of you seen, but is one of the most interesting documentaries I've ever seen. It's called Three Identical Strangers. You ever heard of it? It's about how this researcher basically, unbeknownst to a lot of people, took mothers who were having triplets or twins, and the mother had either like depression or some anxiety or something like severe with them mentally, had triplets or twins. They would then separate those kids, force them into certain adoption homes. So like the main story was three triplet brothers, right? One was placed in like a rich family, one a poor family, one like a middle class, like middle ground. And they would go and like film these people. And like they said like, oh, we're filming for some reason, so that way the family didn't get suspicious. And eventually they just so happened to go to the same college, and two of them found each other, and then they posted in the newspaper, and the third one was like, I look like those guys, and they did a DNA test, and they all like came out identical strangers, and then they figured out that these researchers did that to like 50 plus twins and triplets across the United States.
That's not ethical.
It's
very
no, it's
unethical.
not ethical. They couldn't find the original researcher. They could only find like one assistant aide that didn't even like work on it for too long. That's now like 80 or 70 years old. And the records, this is the most interesting part, is the records for all the families that were involved, what they found out, all of that stuff is under lock and key at like Yale University Library until like 2050, until like all of the kids die. And they've been trying to get like subpoena them to get the records, but they can't. But it's honestly one of the most interesting things because it talks about how these kids then, because they don't know their medical history, one of them ended up developing like very severe depression, ended up taking his own life.
Yeah.
And like it's without a doubt like one of the most mind-blowing documentaries I've ever seen in my life.
Well, they always talk about that the limit between. I mean, that's kind of the
Nature versus
threshold of sort of scientific discovery is. There you can find out a lot by doing very extreme things that have permanent consequences. You can make lifelong, life-changing discoveries, permanent discoveries that by going that extra step, or you can take much smaller steps with less conclusive results to maintain the humanity of the subjects that you're actually working on. So
Yeah.
Yes, and not scar people.
What'd you say?
And not scar people.
Yeah,
and
one of
stuff.
my favorite ones is there was a study with electric shocks.
Oh,
Right.
like if you would shock someone, like yeah, I've
and
seen
it was
before.
basically it was testing like people's ability to listen to authority,
Yeah.
and almost like as long as someone justified your behavior, that like how far someone would go if someone was there comforting you and justifying the behavior that you're doing and you're taking an order. So yeah, it was a dude like electric shocking another dude. Like the dude who was being electric shocked was an actor.
Yeah,
And then-
it was severity, and you'd go
Yeah.
up to like 10, and
Yeah.
a lot of people, I think they said like 50% of people would go all the way up.
Well,
or
they
even
would go. They
more.
would go past it. They'd,
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
they'd be like, "I know I said go to 10, but we can go up to 12 now. Like I'm assessing him. I'm watching all of his vitals right now. He looks perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the man screaming behind the curtain."
Those are the experiments they did, like not just because the identical twins when they did in like the 80s, 70s, but the things they've done like in the past, like from like 1910s to like those like until ethics became like, actual concern.
Yes, after the Stanford Prison
Are-
experiment.
Yeah, are freaking incredible to read about and see documentaries about because it's just so mind blowing. Like, yeah, this baby here, let's do this. Let's do this thing to this little kid.
It was all of it. I mean, just even like the scientific development of stuff and like lobotomies and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I the thought after I learned about what a lobotomy was, like that the thought of it still like makes me cringe on such a personal level. Like,
Well, he's not yelling anymore.
like yeah,
He's not doing much of anything anymore, but he's not yelling.
It's like going behind the eyeball with an ice pick and like breaking through the thin orbital bone and scrambling your frontal lobe.
I mean, the way they used to do it, based on how I heard about like the Kennedy daughter that got done like back in like the 50s, was they were asking her questions, and this is what they did. Like until you stop being able to answer questions, they would keep going. Like, hey, what's like the capital of the United States? And they're like DC. As soon as you can't answer it, they would stop.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. Like they had no idea what was happening.
Well, it's like now they do something pretty similar, but it's usually for the betterment of what you're doing. Is during like brain surgery, they'll typically have you do a cognitive task.
yeah.
So they'll have you like if you know how to like play guitar, they'll have you play guitar or like do puzzles or something like that.
I'm just
It'll
imagining this.
be like doing a crossword puzzle, and then if you get stuck on the letter E and you just write E 1,000 times in a row, they're like, all right, let's put that one back.
The little piece. That's what I love. I love when you said guitar. All I can imagine is a guy like laying down brain surgery, be like strumming. He's like playing some
No, 'cause
AC/DC.
you have no pain receptors in your brain, so you can't feel it. That's why you can stay awake.
It's just whenever you get
yeah,
affected.
you can stay awake. And that they want you to stay awake because they don't know if they fuck anything up until they wake you back up again. You start
Yeah.
speaking in Polish.
Oh, dude, that is. I just don't want that to happen to me. I mean, it could have. I don't know. Maybe I'm part of a lifelong research study. Maybe I'm
No,
a
I think
robot.
Andrew,
I could use
I've
a
met,
light lobotomy.
I've met your father, Andrew. You're not part of an experiment.
I am his experiment. He's like, let's see how far I can take this.
I think I could do with a minor lobotomy.
Like, yeah, just a tiny one.
Yeah, just neuter me a little bit.
Take an
That's-
inch off the top.
That's
No, honestly, yeah. No. Take.
Just a little scraping.
Can you take the part of my brain out that's just horrendous and self-hating?
Yeah,
I don't really need that part.
I have too many folds in my brain. Smooth me out.
I was like, yeah. The shame part. Can you
Oh,
take
he's
away
not-
my shame receptors?
He's not shameful anymore. He doesn't do much of anything anymore, though.
I mean, they're gonna come out with a thing within the next like 10 years that will fix not to that severity, but like if you're paralyzed or anything like that, like Neuralink, which is like Elon Musk's like other baby, like they're already coming out with things like putting in pigs where they're restoring like functionality and like causing them to not have strokes, like all these physical ailments, and eventually they're getting to the point where it's like, hey man, you want to feel happiness all the time? Let's just stroke up your brain a
Well,
bit.
they already have that. It's called drugs.
Well, yeah, but that requires like a ton of
Drugs.
stuff. You could do it without diminishing your brain. You're like, hey man, let's just give this guy a ton of dopamine 24/7.
Oh, dude, that'd be
That
sick.
will most certainly do bad things to your brain.
Oh, most certainly.
Nah,
But
I love dopamine, dude. That's like my favorite.
Favorite thing. My
That's
favorite chemical.
That's my favorite. What is it? Neurotransmitter.
There you go.
I think that's what it is. Is that a neurotransmitter?
I don't know.
know.
I'm agreeing with you just because I don't know
I
the
don't know
brain.
science shit, bro.
It's a brain chemical. I don't think it's a neurotransmitter.
I don't know how science stuff works.
It belongs in my brain.
I think-
That's all I know.
Oh, maybe it is neurotransmitter.
I've
I don't
dated
know.
enough girls that are science people, and I thought more of it would have rubbed off on me, but it turns out
You're
just
too busy
wasn't-
pillow talking.
just wasn't listening.
You're a
Yeah.
pillow talker, not a pillow listener.
I'm
Yeah,
not
man.
a pillow listener. I'm not
I've-
a listener. Period.
I have
No.
pillow listened about psychology many a time.
I mean, yeah, you do the thing where you pretend to listen and be like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome."
Mm.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Oh man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Have you also lived with
Oh,
Spencer
yeah,
this
no,
whole
bro,
time?
that's crazy.
This is you guys do this to me all the time.
Oh, no,
I
bro.
listen to people. That's why I know so many
Dude, no,
dumb
we
things.
literally never do. I've
Fucking
literally never
Every
done
time I try to tell something to you guys.
that. Spencer, you're
That's,
just neurotic.
That's crazy.
You're neurotic. You're neurotic.
Fuck you guys.
You're all in your own head. I've never done that to you, Spencer.
You've told me you do that to you.
No,
to me.
I've never said that, Spencer. Are we gaslighting him, right?
Fucking stupid ass
Fucking-
bullshit.
What else happened this episode?
So after Rachel came Bree's date. Bree went slight off-roading
yeah, they went on
and a bike ride, I think.
Bree's date was the least notable of all of them.
they went on a picnic and then went to the forest and they went like mudding in like a Jeep, which also electric lime Jeep.
It wasn't even mudding.
Bold choice. They didn't go mudding, and also it wasn't. Jeeps aren't really good for any of that anyway.
No.
Jeeps flip
Yeah.
all the time. So I mean, I guess it wasn't that dangerous terrain, but also if you want to talk about it being like off-roading, like I don't really think like a.
Let's get
I
a
don't even
side
know
by
what-
side.
Well, what Jeep was it? It was the big cube one.
It was a raised Wrangler.
Was
Like
it a Wrangler?
A 4-door.
Oh yeah, no, it's a Wrangler. So like, they went and did that. Then they went back, met Bree's mom, who looks like Bree a lot.
Yeah,
Has a lot of the same facial features as Bree does.
Wait.
that's true.
Her mom is white.
Oh, that
Okay.
was. I'm thinking of Serena.
Yeah.
No, Serena's mom was also. No, Serena's mom is like. I don't know her ethnicity, but Serena's dad is white. No, but Serena's mom has a lot of looks like Serena, just like
It's white.
is white.
Okay.
Bree's sister. Was Bree's sister there? Was that Bree's sister?
I can't remember who
yeah.
his
I
I think
sister
Bree's
that was.
sister kind of looked like Bree. Bree
I get Bree and Serena mixed up.
Bree is really hot.
Yeah.
Bree is very, very, very hot.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope things work out for her. I kind of hope she doesn't end up, like I have her pegged and say that she is, and I think that she will end up with Matt in the end of all this. But I don't think that. I kind of hope she doesn't, and that way we can get her as a bachelorette.
I think yeah.
Not just me being selfish and wanting to see her be single for a smidge longer.
Yeah, it's just you wanting someone to not have happiness for the time being.
That's just me trying to prevent her from getting married and finding her one true love. Call me a bad guy. Why
Also,
don't you?
You're not a bad guy. That's bullshit anyway.
Let's also be honest with this term. I like one true love.
Bullshit.
There are 7.5 billion people on this planet.
It's
That's right.
bullshit.
Yeah,
There's at least 4 or 5 true loves out there.
exactly.
Bullshit.
People are like,
It's
you're
all
my one soulmate. It's like, really?
bullshit.
You've never been to India? Like,
You know,
There's
it's
a
really
billion people
funny
there.
is- and like I don't fucking care who I offend with this. It doesn't matter. The people that are marrying like their now it's people marrying like
High school
their-
sweethearts?
Yeah, like that stuff.
yeah.
Because it's like you've met literally nobody.
You've met,
Get out there.
You've
Go
met
fuck
The
around for a
people
little
you went
bit.
to high school
you've
with.
met hundreds of women maybe. And you've met far fewer that you've actually been sexually compatible with, and you've met far fewer that you've actually capitalized on that sexual compatibility with. And in a lot of cases, a lot of people, this is the first person they've ever been with.
Done the dirty deed with.
Or done anything. Like just dating.
Any deed.
Yeah, really. That's the weirdest thing. Like, I know you have a connection, stuff like that you've been building for shit, but like, you don't know anything until you've gone out. I, quite frankly, have been in that same mode where I'm like, this might be something permanent, and I mean,
it wasn't.
Thank God it wasn't.
No, I can tell it wasn't.
I'm far happier that it wasn't.
Yeah,
but
that's always funny to me. Someone was telling me, or not someone was telling me, I was listening to a podcast, and one of them brought up the fact, like, it's weird how you can remember like physical pain, but when you think of like heartbreak, or like, I've never really been heartbroken, but like, I've been, I guess, sad-ish about like things happening. It's like you don't really remember it. You're like, oh, I dated that person, but you don't remember like all of the super bad.
I'm the worst. All I do is remember the good stuff.
It's great though.
No, because it gets me into trouble with.
Because then when you get into the same situation, you make the same mistakes.
Oh, hold on.
I make the same mistakes over and over and over again. I go for the same type of girl over and over and over again. I have a type. It's types that are going to fuck my shit up. Yeah, that type.
Yeah.
So it's like all that is like if I learned
Muy loco.
and if I had a better memory of bad shit, then I would know that there's a reason that everything fell apart. There's a reason that stuff doesn't exist anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Where like I'd be able to avoid stuff again. Where it's like, oh no, the stove is hot. Don't put your hand on the stove. Whereas I'm like, yeah, it looks like a pretty nice stove. I think
I got a nice big callus on my hand. Let's go touch that.
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, I've got a nice clean palm that I should slap on this hot stove. Yeah, I never fucking learn. So I don't know why. I mean, I wish I had something in me that would prevent me from making the same mistake over and over. But I'm not gonna learn. But I also don't think I really want to that much.
No,
I'll be back.
You've got time. So, the other thing that happened in this episode after Bree was Serena. Serena's date wasn't that memorable either. I don't think, right? I mean, I don't remember. That's why I'm saying it.
I don't even remember what they did on the date, but they. Oh, we're gonna talk about the pizza now.
Oh, that's right. We forgot.
Somebody whoever I don't know.
Thank you.
We haven't figured out the identity of whoever has been giving us free stuff. But thank you very much. We got your Meat Lovers pizza. It's quite good, actually. I don't know what pizzeria it's from.
It's generic. I like it.
Was sitting here, right? And I'm not going to lie, it did cross my mind, and because I figured there was something up. This is definitely from On the Wagon 3, like guaranteed from On the Wagon 3. And I was like, there's for sure, right? Like there's something up our sleeve. Am I going to get a...
On the Wagon 3 is a burner account that follows us, yes?
It's not like a burner. It's a real... It's
real content.
It's an account. Like they put out pretty much as much tweets and stuff like that as I do. I mean, like... We basically go tit for tat. We have fabulous tweet chemistry, and they would agree.
Maybe On the Wagon 3 thinks you got other kinds of chemistry.
I don't know who this is. I don't know who On the Wagon 3 is. They clearly know who.
I mean, they know
you
our
guys
address.
are. They've been here to be able to order stuff to your house.
It's a good pizza.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm sort of in
Extra
cut
cheesy,
mode.
extra meaty. Come on, have some pizza.
But yeah, when the person showed up, like, because the front doorbell rang, and I was like,
yeah,
is that like the back door? Or?
So Andrew keeps going to the door to get these deliveries that this person's been sending to us, and he keeps like being surprised. He keeps being like, "We didn't order anything," but it's very obvious that.
Well, the dude today, you were like, who is that for? And the guy was like, I don't know your address. And you're like, is this blank street? And you were like, yeah. And he's like, well, I guess a friend sent it.
Yeah. Because here's the thing is we've also gotten wrong deliveries. I don't want to take someone else's pizza.
Incorrect. Always take shit that shows up at your door.
No, I don't. I don't like taking other people's like free meals. It's like whenever you got your thing taken.
What taken?
Or you didn't get taken, actually. You thought it was taken, your jacket. And then you had to go through the whole rigmarole.
That was USPS.
Deliveries with
the
a name on them are different.
The United States Postal Service is a shitty organization. They do a terrible job, and there's a reason that they're a failure. The USPS is horrendous. They've made numerous mistakes that have cost me and other companies hundreds of dollars. I would appreciate it if they showed an ounce of professionalism. Rant over. But yeah, no, this is weird. Thank you for providing us sustenance in this pandemic.
I hope you
Yeah.
like me because I'm probably gonna eat most of it.
No, fucking take all of it. I'm like I said, I'm sort of in cut mode.
It's my
Pizza doesn't necessarily agree with the
food
new
for
diet.
tomorrow.
But yeah, no, very weird that this showed up.
It's not that weird.
What I was saying is funny
It's
because I was tweeting at on the wagon at the same time when it showed up, and I was like, "Well, it looks like we got another present," and they liked it, and I think they said something back, and I was like, "Well, you do understand that now it means I have to listen to Spencer chew next to me for the next 15 minutes."
Excuse me. Did you put that on Twitter?
Sure, fucking did. And they're like, yeah, I always knew it was a meat lovers man. I was like, yeah, all right. See,
Oh,
they can go tit for tat with the rest of it. They can make funny jokes. They're really good. On the Wagon is very, very good at keeping jokes up. There's also another account on Twitter. Brandangowitz. But he's like a friend of mine who I've been communicating with a little bit on Twitter, and they're very, very funny. Yeah. So I don't know what else we got to talk about this episode.
Get that za, bro.
Serena.
Oh, Spencer was right.
Yeah, Spencer was right. Serena went home.
Spencer was right. That Serena's going home.
She ended up self-evicting.
Andrew was extra wrong that Serena is not the winner.
I was also
Victory.
extra right when we figured out Fantasy Suites was 3 people, despite being told numerous amount of times it's definitely 2 people.
I thought it was just 2 people.
I agree with you.
No, you agree with me. I'm just telling Anthony he's wrong about that.
I was wrong.
All right.
I was wrong. That was a weird conclusion to last season, so that's on me.
Next time we're gonna get.
But yeah, no, Serena goes home. She says she's not ready for this. Doesn't feel like she had that sort of level of commitment, or that she was able to have that level of commitment. It made Matt sad, but it also felt like it's sort of what Matt wanted.
He took like a 3-minute pause.
The pause was long.
It was so long.
That whole interaction was like
terrible.
The silence in that series was horrendous. Like,
It was long enough
brutal.
for me to make 3 or 4 dumb comments.
Yeah, too many dumb comments.
And it takes you at least 30 seconds per comment.
Well, I'm trying
right?
to give him time to talk.
I think you're giving
I think
yourself
it's
time.
You're giving your brain time to think.
Yeah.
Incorrect, I don't think.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So now we got our final 3. Next week is the tell all.
Yeah, tell all. Women tell all.
We'll watch it. We're not going to do an episode next week for this.
We'll use it for content for the next week after.
Yeah, we'll save our comments. We'll maybe use them for if they have any context or if we run into a lull after the Fantasy Suite episode after that. So we're gonna take a nice little week off. It'll be good for us because we're playing flag football on Sunday.
Hey.
What?
Sorry.
Just ignore him.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Are you not taking a week off?
Why
is
is
the
it
Spencer cast?
every time we're trying to wrap
I'm
this
just
shit
trying-
up?
I'm just trying
You're
to get my
so
thoughts
terrible.
together. Spencer, are you if you have anything to say, I'll say forever hold your peace. You can speak now if you want. What do you have to say?
I don't have anything to say.
Great.
Then shut the fuck up.
Anthony.
Thank you, Andrew. But yeah, no. So we're gonna take the week off. We're gonna enjoy the week off. We have flag football starting on Sunday, so it'll be good as a mental break and an everything break. I'm not sure I'm gonna be in a condition to walk to anyone's apartment or do anything for the 24
It'll be
hours
good,
following
nice,
that.
yeah.
So we'll leave you guys to that. Well, I'll be live tweeting it probably. I'll probably watch the episode live if I'm not maybe I'll get back from the gym and I'll live tweet it. But yeah, I'll be active on the Twitter machine. So go ahead, we can all chat. I'll chat about the episode as it happens. But yeah, so thank you so much for listening to episode. God, what is this? 7, 8?
Something like that.
It's 8.
Some number.
Episode 8.
It's 8.
Thank you so much for listening to episode 8 of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. This has been a blast as always. This one feels like we got a little bit of our juice back.
Yeah, because we didn't
little.
talk about
Because
Bachelor.
we didn't talk about the
at
show.
all.
I know because I don't want to. It's boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we got a little bit of juice back this week. Hopefully, we can turn this into positive momentum and kind of power this forward as we take next week off.
Yes.
We can just ride this momentum straight into the bye week.
Straight into Big Brother Canada.
Well, they're gonna be fucking next time, so we'll have plenty to talk about.
Yeah, I hope they show all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that. I mean, I'm only gonna believe that they had sex if they show full penetration.
So not even
ABC
HBO
can
rules.
swing it.
What do you say?
ABC can swing that.
I mean, they can really do whatever they want.
Yeah, they're cable network. They can do it all.
Yes, that is definitely how the
They
FCC
own the
thinks.
FCC.
Exactly.
Fucking hate the FCC.
But yeah, so we'll we'll take off, but go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Reality Wagon. Follow us on Instagram. I think we might have clips that are worthy of putting up this week.
Possibly.
Maybe from this.
Not the silent one. That was silent for a minute.
No, we're gonna hit that shit out.
Yep.
But yeah, no. So we'll follow us on those accounts. You can go ahead and watch this video. It'll be up on ANMC Studios on YouTube. I'll try and put it out there, and hopefully we'll have it up sooner this week. Maybe we can have it up by Wednesday.
Yeah, be down.
Okay. If we can have it up by Wednesday, then it'll be great. But yeah. Predictions for I guess you have to make a new one.
Wait, who are you two again?
I'm Bree, and I'm sticking with Bree.
You're Bree. Who are you?
I'm doing Rachel, and I know
Let's go with
things have come out, but I don't think that's going to affect the show. I'm going with Rachel.
Who's the other one? Michelle?
Yeah.
I'll go with
I
Michelle.
think Michelle's a good pick.
I mean, she's
Michelle.
one of the last three.
I think
I do
Michelle is
too.
definitely going to be in the top 3.
I just don't want to waver, and what Anthony said while we were watching the episode convinced me to stick with my
I
pick.
do think, and this was a brief aside, and then we'll end after this hot take, is that I think I have a strong feeling Rachel wins.
Yeah.
I have a very strong
You
feeling.
gave me a
Rachel wins.
rationale. I think I could see that.
And my rationale is going to remain uncovered, but I will expose it if she wins.
Yes. We can do it on the finale one.
If she wins, you will all know why I think she wins. And why I think right now that she ends up winning. But I do really want Bree. Bree's a sweetheart. She's very hot. She takes my breath away whenever she's on screen, but it's time for me to go ahead and leave now. We should leave now.
Yes.
So let's leave now.
Late time.
Thank you so much for watching episode 8 of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. My name is Anthony.
My name is Andrew.
My name is Spencer.
And have a great rest of your week.